Something is about to shift in your life, and you can already feel it. There is a quiet trembling beneath the surface of your days, a subtle restlessness that does not come from anxiety or fear, but from something far more ancient, far more intelligent. It is the feeling of a wave gathering itself before it breaks. It is the sensation of a seed splitting open underground before anyone can see the first green shoot. And the fact that you are here right now, listening to these words at this exact moment, is not coincidence. It never is. Because the universe does not operate through accidents. It operates through resonance. And something in your field, something in the deepest architecture of your consciousness, has drawn you to this moment because you are standing at the edge of a quantum jump. Not a metaphorical one. Not a nice idea you can file away and forget. A real, measurable, felt shift in the very fabric of your lived experience. And the new moon that is arriving is the energetic gateway through which that shift wants to move. But here is what most people miss about moments like this. They think the new moon does something to them. They think the cosmos rearranges itself, and they passively receive whatever falls from the sky. They wait. They hope. They set their intentions on a piece of paper and then go back to living the same way they lived yesterday, vibrating at the same frequency, thinking the same thoughts, holding the same tension in the same places in their body. And then they wonder why nothing changes. They wonder why the quantum jump never lands. And the reason is breathtakingly simple, but almost nobody wants to hear it. The new moon does not create your transformation. You create your transformation. The new moon creates the opening. It creates the thinning of the veil between what has been and what is trying to become. It creates a pocket of reduced resistance in the energetic field of collective consciousness. But you are the one who has to step through. You are the one who has to become available to the version of reality that is already calling you forward. And that is exactly what we are going to do together in this experience. Not talk about change, not theorize about possibility, but actually move your consciousness into the frequency where your next life is already waiting. So let everything else fall away for the next while. Let the noise of the day dissolve. Let the to-do list fade into the background. Because what is about to happen here is more important than any task you think is urgent. The urgent things will always be there. But this window, this precise energetic opening, will not. And your deeper self knows this. That is why you pressed play. Let us begin with what a new moon actually is, not from the perspective of astronomy alone, but from the perspective of consciousness. Because when you understand what is really happening during a new moon, you will never approach one casually again. In the physical world, a new moon occurs when the moon positions itself between the Earth and the Sun. The side of the moon that faces us receives no direct sunlight. It goes dark. And from our perspective here on Earth, the moon essentially disappears. Now, most people hear that and think it is simply an astronomical event, a mechanical arrangement of celestial bodies following predictable orbits. And yes, on one level, that is accurate. But here is where it gets interesting. Because quantum physics has shown us something that changes everything about how we understand the relationship between cosmic events and human consciousness. It has shown us that observation and reality are not separate, that the act of perceiving something participates in the creation of that thing. The observer effect is not a fringe theory. It is one of the most well-established findings in modern physics. Particles do not exist in definite states until they are observed. Before observation, they exist in superposition, in a cloud of probability, holding every possible state simultaneously. It is only when consciousness looks, when awareness focuses, that the wave function collapses and one reality crystallizes out of infinite potential. Now hold that understanding and bring it back to the new moon. What happens when the moon goes dark? What happens when the primary reflective body in our night sky, the one that has been associated with the subconscious mind, with emotion, with the inner world of feeling and intuition for thousands of years across every culture on Earth? What happens when that body goes invisible? What happens is that the mirror disappears. The reflection stops. And when the reflection stops, something extraordinary becomes possible. You are no longer looking at a reflection of what has been. You are standing in the void, in the darkness, in the space of pure potential before any wave function has collapsed. The new moon is not an ending. It is the moment before the beginning. It is the quantum field in its most open state, holding every possibility, waiting for the observer, waiting for you to choose which reality to call forward. This is why ancient civilizations treated the new moon with such reverence. Not because they were superstitious, because they understood something about the relationship between darkness and creation that modern culture has almost entirely forgotten. They understood that creation does not begin in the light. Creation begins in the dark. Every seed germinates in darkness. Every child forms in the darkness of the womb. Every genuine transformation in your life began in a period where you could not see what was coming, where the old had dissolved and the new had not yet appeared. The darkness is not the absence of something. It is the presence of everything, undifferentiated, unformed, waiting for the imprint of your consciousness to give it shape. And this particular new moon carries an energy that is unusually potent, because it arrives at a time when the collective field is in a state of tremendous flux. You can feel it in the world around you. Systems that seemed stable are wobbling. Structures that seemed permanent are revealing their fragility. Relationships are being tested. Old identities are crumbling. And while the surface mind interprets all of this as chaos, as something going wrong, the deeper intelligence within you recognizes it for what it actually is. It is the dissolution that precedes reorganization. It is the composting of the old that creates the fertile ground for the new. And if you are someone who has been feeling this dissolution in your own life, if you have been feeling like things are falling apart, or like you are losing your grip on who you thought you were, then hear this clearly. You are not falling apart. You are being composted. You are being returned to your most essential elements so that something truer, something more aligned, something more alive can grow from the soil of who you are becoming. This is the first thing you need to understand about the quantum jump that is available to you right now. It does not happen by adding something to your life. It happens by releasing what no longer belongs. The quantum jump is not about getting more. It is about becoming less. Less of what was never really you. Less of the conditioned identity. Less of the borrowed beliefs. Less of the inherited fears. Less of the stories you have been telling yourself about what is possible and what is not. Because every one of those stories is a collapsed wave function. Every belief you hold is a reality you have already chosen. And as long as you keep choosing the same beliefs, you keep collapsing the same reality, the same patterns, the same limitations, the same version of your life playing on repeat. day after day, year after year. The quantum jump happens when you stop collapsing the old wave function, when you release your grip on the familiar, when you allow yourself to return to the void, to the darkness, to the uncollapsed field of infinite possibility. And that is exactly what the new moon is inviting you to do. If this is resonating with something deep inside you right now, take a moment to hit the like button and subscribe to this channel so we can continue walking this path together. But let us go deeper. Because understanding this intellectually is not enough. You have probably understood many things intellectually that have not changed your life one bit. The mind can comprehend a truth without the body ever receiving it. And it is the body where reality is actually created. Not in your thoughts, in your field, in the electromagnetic signature that your heart and your nervous system broadcast into the quantum field every single second of every single day. Here is what no one tells you about manifestation, about quantum jumping, about creating a new reality. It is not a mental exercise. It is a somatic event. It happens in the body. It happens in the nervous system. It happens in the felt sense of who you are at the most cellular level. Because your body is not just a physical object moving through space. Your body is a bioelectric antenna. It is constantly transmitting and receiving information from the field around it. The HeartMath Institute has measured this. Your heart generates an electromagnetic field that extends several feet beyond your physical body. And the coherence of that field, the degree to which it is organized and harmonious versus chaotic and fragmented, directly influences what you attract, what you perceive, and what possibilities become available to you. When your field is incoherent, when you are stressed, anxious, living in survival mode, your electromagnetic broadcast is essentially static. It is noise. And the quantum field responds to noise with more noise, more chaos, more of the same patterns that created the stress in the first place. It is a feedback loop. Your internal state creates your external reality, and your external reality reinforces your internal state. This is why so many people feel trapped, not because they lack resources or opportunities, but because their field is locked in a pattern of incoherence that keeps collapsing the same limited reality over and over again. But when your field becomes coherent, when your heart rhythm becomes smooth and organized, when your nervous system drops out of survival and into presence, something remarkable happens. Your electromagnetic broadcast becomes a clear signal. And a clear signal in the quantum field acts like a tuning fork. It begins to attract matching frequencies, matching opportunities, matching people, matching circumstances, not through magic, through physics, through the fundamental principle that coherent systems entrain less coherent systems, that organized energy naturally draws disorganized energy into alignment. This is not metaphor. This is measurable. This is the science of field coherence, and it is the mechanism through which every genuine quantum jump occurs. So the question is not whether you can create a new reality. The question is whether you can change your field, whether you can shift the electromagnetic signature you are broadcasting from one of limitation and repetition to one of coherence and possibility. And the new moon, this new moon, is the most favorable window you have had in a long time to do exactly that. Because the energetic conditions are ripe for it. The darkness of the new moon is not just symbolic. It represents a genuine reduction in the ambient electromagnetic noise of the collective field. When the moon goes dark, there is a subtle but measurable shift in the geomagnetic environment. And in that shift, in that momentary quieting, your own field has an easier time reorganizing. It is like trying to tune a radio in a room full of other radios, all blasting different stations versus tuning a radio in silence. The silence of the new moon makes it easier to find your true signal. Now let us talk about what a quantum jump actually is, because the term gets used loosely, and I want you to understand it with precision. In quantum mechanics, a quantum jump refers to the instantaneous transition of a particle from one energy state to another. It does not pass through the space between. It does not gradually shift. It is in one state and then it is in another. There is no in-between. There is no gradual transition. There is a discontinuous leap from one level of reality to another. And this is exactly what happens in consciousness when a genuine transformation occurs. Think about the moments in your life when everything truly changed. Not the moments of gradual improvement, but the moments of sudden, irreversible shift. The moment you suddenly saw something you could never unsee. The moment a relationship ended and you knew in your bones it was over. Not because of one event, but because something inside you had jumped to a new level of self-understanding. The moment you woke up and the depression had lifted, not because you had worked through it step by step, but because something in you had simply moved to a different frequency. These are quantum jumps, and they do not happen through effort. They happen through alignment. They happen when your internal field reaches a critical threshold of coherence and suddenly, discontinuously, you snap into a new configuration. I want to pause here and ask you something. Have you ever experienced a moment like that? A sudden shift where everything changed in an instant and you knew there was no going back? Share that moment in the comments below, even a single sentence. Because naming it makes it real, and it reminds you that you already know how to jump. This is what is available to you right now. Not gradual improvement, not incremental progress. A genuine quantum jump, a discontinuous leap into a version of your life that your current mind cannot fully imagine because it exists at a frequency your current mind has not yet accessed. And the reason your current mind cannot imagine it is not because it is impossible. It is because the mind can only project from what it already knows. It can only rearrange the furniture of past experience. It cannot conceive of a room it has never been in. But your deeper intelligence can. Your field can. The part of you that exists beyond the thinking mind. The part that dreams, that intuits, that knows things before the mind catches up. That part of you already has access to the reality you are jumping into. It is already there. It has always been there. The jump is not about going somewhere new. It is about finally arriving where you have always been headed. Let that land for a moment. Breathe into that. The life you are jumping into is not foreign territory. It is home. It is the version of reality that your deepest self has been trying to guide you toward through every synchronicity, every gut feeling, every moment of unexplainable knowing. The quantum jump is not a departure. It is a homecoming. But here is where most people sabotage themselves. And I want to be very honest with you about this because it matters. Most people sabotage the quantum jump not through lack of desire, but through excess of control. They want the jump, but they want to manage every detail of how it happens. They want to know the timeline. They want to know the mechanism. They want to know exactly what the new reality will look like before they agree to release the old one. And this is the one thing that makes the jump impossible. Because a quantum jump, by definition, is discontinuous. It does not follow a linear path. You cannot plan it. You cannot control it. You can only create the conditions for it and then surrender to the intelligence of the field. Think about it this way. When an electron jumps from one orbital to another, it does not submit a travel plan. It does not map out the route. It absorbs enough energy to reach a critical threshold, and then it simply appears in the new orbital. The jump itself is instantaneous and unpredictable in its exact timing. You can know that the conditions are right. You can know that the energy is building, but you cannot force the moment of the leap. You can only be ready for it. And being ready for it means something very specific. It means your field must be in a state of coherent openness. Coherent, meaning organized, clear, aligned. Open, meaning not gripping, not controlling, not trying to force a specific outcome. This is the paradox at the heart of all genuine transformation. You must be simultaneously intentional and surrendered. You must know what you want and be willing to receive it in a form you did not expect. You must hold the vision and release the mechanism. This is not passive. This is the most active thing a human being can do. It requires every ounce of your presence, your courage, and your trust. And trust is the key word here. Because the quantum jump asks you to trust something you cannot see. It asks you to trust the darkness. It asks you to trust the void. It asks you to trust that the dissolution of the old is not destruction, but preparation. And in a culture that worships certainty, that demands proof before belief, that equates the unknown with danger, trusting the void is a radical act. It is perhaps the most radical act of consciousness available to a human being. But this is exactly what the new moon is teaching you. Look at it. The sky is dark. The moon is invisible. And yet, you know the moon is still there. You know that in a few days, a sliver of light will appear, and then more, until the full moon blazes across the sky. You know this because you have seen the cycle before. You trust the cycle. You do not panic when the moon disappears because you know it is coming back. Now apply that same trust to your own life. Apply it to the things that have gone dark. Apply it to the parts of your identity that have dissolved. Apply it to the dreams that seem to have disappeared. They have not gone. They are in their new moon phase. They are in the darkness of reorganization. And if you can trust that darkness, if you can resist the urge to force premature light, then what emerges will be more luminous than anything you could have manufactured through effort alone. What we have touched on here, this understanding of field coherence, the observer effect, and conscious transmission, only scratches the surface of what is possible when you learn to work with these principles as a complete system. If you are ready to go deeper, my ebook, Beyond the Frequencies, a quantum guide to consciousness. Mastery walks you through all 9 master frequencies, from breaking free of survival static to becoming the broadcast itself, with step-by-step practices for each stage of the journey. It is linked in the pinned comment below. Let us move into something practical now, because understanding must become embodiment, or it remains just another concept, collecting dust in the attic of your mind. I want to guide you through a process that will help you create the internal conditions for this quantum jump. Not a visualization exercise, not positive thinking, something deeper. Something that works at the level of the field itself. First, I want you to become aware of your body right now. Not think about your body. Feel it. Feel the weight of yourself wherever you are sitting or lying. Feel the places where your body contacts the surface beneath you. Feel the temperature of the air on your skin. Feel the subtle rhythm of your breathing without trying to change it. Just notice. This is the first step. Awareness without manipulation. Observation without interference. This is the consciousness equivalent of the quantum observer. Simply looking, simply being present, and allowing what is to reveal itself. Now, as you rest in this awareness, I want you to notice where in your body you feel contraction. Where is there tension? Where is there holding? Where is there a sense of bracing against something? Do not judge it. Do not try to release it. Just notice it. Because that contraction is information. It is your body's way of showing you where you are still gripping the old reality. It is showing you where your field is still locked into the pattern that has been. Every point of tension in your body is a collapsed wave function. It is a place where your consciousness has hardened around a specific expectation, a specific fear, a specific belief about how things are. And as long as those points of tension remain unconscious, they continue to broadcast their frequency into the field, and the field continues to mirror them back to you as your lived experience. So just notice them, name them if you can, not with elaborate stories, but simply tension in the jaw, tightness in the chest, heaviness in the stomach, constriction in the throat. Whatever is there, let it be seen. Because the moment you bring conscious awareness to an unconscious pattern, you begin to change its relationship to the field. You begin to decollapse the wave function. You begin to reintroduce possibility where there was only fixed reality. Now here is the next step, and this is where it gets powerful. I want you to imagine that each of those points of tension is a small, dense knot of light. Not dark, not negative, but simply concentrated, compressed, like a star that has collapsed in on itself. And I want you to imagine that with each breath, those knots of light are beginning to soften, not dissolve, not disappear, soften. Like ice beginning to melt at the edges, like a fist slowly opening. You are not forcing anything. You are simply allowing the natural intelligence of your body to do what it has always wanted to do, which is to release what no longer serves the organism. Your body knows how to heal. Your field knows how to reorganize. You do not need to direct the process. You only need to stop interfering with it. Breathe into this. Let each exhale carry a little more softening, a little more opening, a little more space between the molecules of your held patterns. And as you do this, notice what happens to your overall sense of yourself. Notice if there is a subtle expansion, a slight lightening, a feeling of more space inside your own skin. This is your field beginning to shift from incoherence to coherence. This is the static beginning to clear. This is the signal beginning to emerge from the noise. And now, from this place of greater openness, I want you to do something that might seem counterintuitive. I want you to stop trying to create your new reality and instead feel for it. Not think about it. Feel for it. Because the reality you are jumping into already exists as a frequency in the field. It is already there, fully formed, waiting for you to match its vibration. You do not need to build it. You need to tune to it. Like a radio finding a station that was always broadcasting, You simply need to adjust your frequency until the signal comes in clear. So instead of visualizing specific outcomes, instead of mentally constructing the details of what you want, I want you to feel into the emotional signature of your next life. What does it feel like to be the version of you that has already made the jump? Not what does it look like. What does it feel like? In the body, in the chest, in the belly, in the space behind your eyes. Is there a sense of peace, of freedom, of quiet power, of deep belonging, of creative aliveness, of unshakable trust? Whatever the feeling is, let it arise. Do not manufacture it. Invite it. Ask your deeper intelligence to show you the felt sense of your quantum-jumped self, and then simply be with whatever comes. This is not imagination. This is field tuning. You are using the most sophisticated antenna you possess, your own body, to locate the frequency of the reality you are moving into. And when you find it, when you feel even a flicker of that feeling, something profound happens at the quantum level. Your electromagnetic field begins to reorganize around that frequency. Your heart coherence shifts, your brainwave state changes, and the signal you are broadcasting into the field changes. And when the signal changes, what the field mirrors back to you must change. Not because you wished hard enough, because you became a different tuning fork, because you shifted the fundamental vibration of your being. And reality has no choice but to reorganize around the new frequency. This is not belief. This is physics. This is the observer effect operating at the scale of your entire life. Now I want to address something that comes up for almost everyone at this point. The doubt. The voice that says this is too simple. The voice that says real change requires struggle and effort and years of hard work. The voice that says you are being naive or foolish, or that you are setting yourself up for disappointment. I want you to hear that voice. I want you to acknowledge it. And then I want you to recognize it for what it is. It is the voice of the old wave function. It is the voice of the reality you are leaving behind, trying to maintain its existence. Because every pattern, every identity, every version of reality has a kind of self-preservation instinct. It does not want to dissolve. It does not want to be replaced. And so it generates doubt. It generates fear. It generates all the reasonable-sounding arguments for why you should stay exactly where you are. But here is what that voice does not understand. It does not understand that you are not destroying it. You are transcending it. You are not killing the old self. You are allowing it to be composted into the nutrients that feed the new self. Nothing is lost in a quantum jump. Everything is transformed. The energy of who you were does not disappear. It reorganizes at a higher level of coherence. The fears become wisdom. The wounds become depth. The struggles become strength. Nothing is wasted. Everything is included. But the form changes. The configuration shifts, and that is what the doubt is really afraid of. Not annihilation, change. So when the doubt arises, and it will, do not fight it. Do not argue with it. Simply notice it, the way you noticed the tension in your body, and breathe. Let it be there without letting it drive the bus. Let it speak without letting it decide. Because you are not your doubt. You are the awareness that notices the doubt. You are the field in which the doubt arises and dissolves. And that field that awareness, is infinitely larger than any single thought or fear or belief. This is the consciousness that makes quantum jumps possible. Not the consciousness that fights against what is. The consciousness that is spacious enough to hold what is while simultaneously being open to what is becoming. Both and. Not either or. This is the secret that the great mystics and the great physicists arrived at from opposite directions. Reality is not fixed, it is fluid, and the fluid responds to the quality of the consciousness that observes it. What is the one belief you know you need to release in order to make this jump? The one story that has been keeping your field locked in the old pattern? Write it in the comments below, because the moment you name it, you begin to loosen its grip on your frequency. Now let us talk about what happens after the jump, because this is another place where people lose their way. They experience a genuine shift, a moment of profound clarity, a felt sense of new possibility, and then they go back to their old environment, and within hours or days, the old patterns start pulling them back. The old frequency starts reasserting itself, and they think the jump did not work. They think it was just a temporary high. But that is not what is happening. What is happening is that the environment is still calibrated to the old frequency. The people around you, the physical spaces you inhabit, the habits you have built, the media you consume, all of these are tuning forks that are still vibrating at the old frequency. And when you return to them after a shift, they exert a pull. They try to entrain you back to the familiar pattern. This is not failure. This is the integration phase, and it is perhaps the most important part of the entire process, because the quantum jump is not complete when you feel the shift. It is complete when you stabilize the shift, when the new frequency becomes your baseline, not just your peak experience. And stabilizing the shift requires something that spiritual communities rarely talk about. It requires environmental coherence. It requires that you begin to align your external world with your internal shift, not all at once, not dramatically, but deliberately, consciously. One choice at a time. This might mean changing what you consume first thing in the morning. Instead of reaching for your phone and flooding your nervous system with the chaotic frequencies of social media and news, you spend the first minutes of your day in the frequency of the new reality. In stillness, in breath, in the felt sense of who you are becoming. This might mean having honest conversations with people in your life about what is changing in you, not to convince them or convert them, but to create space for the new frequency in your relationships. This might mean reorganizing your physical space to reflect the new reality. Clearing clutter, creating beauty, making your environment a physical anchor for the frequency you are choosing. These are not superficial changes. They are field maintenance. They are the practical, embodied actions that stabilize a quantum jump and prevent the old frequency from pulling you back. Because the field does not care about your intentions, it cares about your frequency, and your frequency is determined not just by your inner state, but by the totality of what you expose yourself to. Your environment is part of your field. Your relationships are part of your field. Your habits are part of your field. And if you shift internally, but leave everything else unchanged, the external field will eventually pull you back to baseline. This is not pessimism, this is physics. And understanding it is what separates people who have temporary peak experiences from people who genuinely transform their lives. So as this new moon opens its window of possibility, I want you to think not just about the jump, but about the landing. Not just about the shift, but about the stabilization. Because the universe is not just offering you a moment of insight. It is offering you a new life. But a new life requires a new infrastructure, a new set of daily choices, a new relationship with your environment, a new level of intentionality about what you allow into your field. And here is where something beautiful happens. When you begin to stabilize the new frequency, when you begin to build the external infrastructure that supports the internal shift, you start to notice something extraordinary. Synchronicities increase. Not because the universe suddenly started paying attention to you, but because your field is now coherent enough to perceive the connections that were always there. Opportunities appear, not because they were not there before, but because your frequency is now a match for them, and you can finally see them. People show up who resonate with the new you, not because they were sent by some cosmic delivery service, but because coherent fields attract coherent fields, like finds like. Frequency matches frequency, and the more coherent your field becomes, the more your external reality begins to mirror the internal shift. This is the quantum jump in action. Not as a single dramatic moment, although there may be one, but as a cascading reorganization of your entire life around a new frequency. It starts inside. It moves outward. And it accelerates as it goes, because coherence breeds more coherence. And each aligned choice makes the next aligned choice easier and more natural. Now, I want to share something with you about the nature of time as it relates to this process, because it is important and it is rarely discussed. In the quantum field, time does not work the way your everyday mind thinks it does. In the field, all possibilities exist simultaneously. The version of you that has already made the jump exists right now, in this moment, in a parallel configuration of the field. This is not science fiction. This is the many worlds interpretation of quantum mechanics, proposed by physicist Hugh Everett, and taken seriously by a significant portion of the physics community. The idea that every possible outcome of every quantum event exists in its own branch of reality. That every version of your life is happening, in some sense, right now. And what this means for your quantum jump is staggering. It means you are not creating something from nothing. You are not building a new reality brick by brick. You are shifting your consciousness to align with a reality that already exists. You are tuning to a station that is already broadcasting. The new you is not a future possibility. It is a present reality in a parallel configuration of the field. And the quantum jump is simply the moment when your consciousness shifts from one configuration to another. This changes everything about how you approach the process. Because if the new reality already exists, then you do not need to figure out how to create it. You need to figure out how to allow it. You need to figure out what is blocking your reception of the signal that is already broadcasting. And 9 times out of 10, what is blocking it is not something you need to add. It is something you need to release. A belief, a fear, an identity, a story, a pattern of tension in your body that keeps your field locked in the old configuration. The new moon is the perfect time for this releasing, because the darkness of the new moon is the energy of letting go. It is the energy of the void, the space between what was and what will be. And in that space, if you can resist the urge to immediately fill it with plans and strategies and mental activity, something miraculous can happen. The field can reorganize on its own. Your deeper intelligence can do its work without the interference of the conscious mind. The wave function can remain uncollapsed long enough for a genuinely new possibility to emerge. This is why I am asking you not just to set intentions during this new moon, although intentions have their place. I am asking you to practice emptiness, to practice the art of not knowing, to practice being comfortable in the dark. Because the dark is where the magic happens. The dark is where the quantum field is most fluid, most responsive, most available for reorganization. And your willingness to be in the dark, to not rush toward premature certainty, to not collapse the wave function before the new possibility has fully formed. This willingness is the single most powerful thing you can bring to this moment. Let me put it another way. The caterpillar does not visualize the butterfly. Inside the chrysalis, the caterpillar literally dissolves. It becomes a formless soup of cells. There is a period where it is neither caterpillar nor butterfly. It is nothing recognizable. It is pure potential in a state of radical reorganization. And from that dissolution, from that willingness to become nothing, the butterfly emerges. Not because the caterpillar planned it, not because the caterpillar understood the mechanism, but because the intelligence of life itself, the same intelligence that turns acorns into oak trees and single cells into human beings, that intelligence knew what to do. The caterpillar's only job was to surrender to the process. Your only job right now is the same. Surrender to the process. Trust the intelligence that is orchestrating your transformation. It is the same intelligence that beats your heart 60 to 100 times a minute without you having to think about it. The same intelligence that heals a cut on your skin without you directing a single cell. The same intelligence that grew you from a single fertilized egg into the incomprehensibly complex organism you are right now. That intelligence knows how to make the jump. It knows the timing. It knows the mechanism. It knows the destination. Your job is not to figure it out. Your job is to get out of the way. And getting out of the way means something very specific in this context. It means dropping from the head into the heart. It means shifting from thinking to feeling. It means moving from the frequency of control to the frequency of trust. It means allowing the new moon darkness to be what it is, a sacred space of not knowing, and finding peace in that space rather than panic. Consider coming back to this experience each morning over the next 3 days as the new moon energy peaks. Let it reset your frequency before the noise of the day begins. And if someone you care about is going through their own period of darkness or transformation right now, share this with them. When you pass along this kind of awareness, it does more than help one person. It creates a ripple in the collective field, strengthening your own coherence while opening a door for someone else. And that shared resonance accelerates the shift for both of you. I want to give you one more practice to carry with you through this new moon period. It is simple, and its simplicity is its power. For the next 3 days, as the new moon energy is at its peak, I want you to spend at least 10 minutes each day in complete stillness and darkness. If you can, do this at night. Turn off all the lights. Turn off all screens. Sit or lie in total darkness and simply breathe. Do not meditate in the traditional sense. Do not try to clear your mind. Do not try to achieve any particular state. Just be in the dark. Let the darkness hold you. Let it teach you that you are safe even when you cannot see. Let it show you that your awareness does not depend on external light, that you are luminous from within, that your consciousness is its own light source, independent of any external condition. And in that darkness, if feelings arise, let them. If tears come, let them. If fear surfaces, let it. If joy bubbles up, let it. Whatever moves through you in the darkness, let it move. Do not grab it. Do not push it away. Let it be weather passing through the sky of your awareness. Because each feeling that moves through you in this way is a piece of the old wave function dissolving. Each emotion that you allow to complete its natural arc without suppression or amplification is a knot of compressed light softening, opening, releasing its energy back into the field. And as that energy releases, your field becomes more coherent. Your signal becomes clearer. And the quantum jump becomes not just possible but inevitable. Something new is about to happen to you. I did not say something new might happen. I said something new is about to happen. Because the conditions are right. The energy is building. The old patterns are dissolving. And you, by being here, by listening this deeply, by feeling this fully, have already begun the process. The quantum jump does not start when you see the results in your external world. It starts the moment your consciousness shifts, and your consciousness has already begun to shift. You can feel it. That subtle trembling I mentioned at the beginning, that quiet restlessness, that sense of something gathering itself beneath the surface. That is the jump beginning. That is the energy reaching critical threshold. That is the electron absorbing enough energy to leave the old orbital. And here is the final piece, the piece that ties everything together. You do not need to know what the new reality looks like. You do not need to have a detailed picture. You do not need a 5-year plan, or a vision board, or a step-by-step strategy. You need one thing. You need to be willing. Willing to release the old. Willing to trust the dark. Willing to feel the new frequency in your body before you see it in your world. Willing to be the tuning fork that calls the new reality into form. Willing to let the intelligence of life orchestrate the details while you hold the frequency. That is your only job. Hold the frequency, not the picture, not the plan. The frequency, the felt sense, the emotional signature of the life that is already yours in the quantum field. Hold it in your body. Hold it in your heart. Hold it in the quiet moments between breaths, and let everything else reorganize around it. The new moon is here. The void is open. The field is listening. And you, beautiful consciousness that you are ready. Not because you have figured everything out. Not because you have perfected yourself. Not because you have earned it through sufficient suffering or effort. You are ready because readiness is not a state of perfection. It is a state of openness. And you are open. Right now, in this moment, you are open. So let the jump happen. Let the old dissolve. Let the new emerge. Let the darkness do its sacred work. And when the first sliver of the new moon appears in the sky in a few days, let it be a mirror of the new light that is already beginning to shine from within you. Not borrowed light, not reflected light, your own light. The light of a consciousness that has remembered its power. The light of a field that has found its coherence. The light of a being that has come home to itself. This is your quantum jump. It is not coming someday. It is happening now. And the only thing required of you is the one thing you have already given. Your attention, your presence, your willingness to be here, in the dark, in the unknown, in the beautiful, terrifying, magnificent space between who you were and who you are becoming. Something new is happening to you. right now. Can you feel it? If this experience has moved something in you, if you felt even a flicker of that new frequency in your body, then do one thing. Take a breath and place your hand on your heart. Feel the warmth of your own palm against your chest, and make a silent agreement with yourself that you will honor this shift, that you will not go back to sleep, that you will carry this frequency into your next conversation, your next choice, your next moment of stillness. That is how quantum jumps stabilize. One conscious moment at a time. And if you want to anchor this even further, leave one word in the comments below. Just one word that captures what you felt during this experience. Not a paragraph, not an explanation. One word. Let that word be your declaration to the field. Let it be the first vibration of your new reality spoken into the world. And when you see other people's words there alongside yours, know that you are not alone in this. Know that there is a field of coherent consciousness gathering here, amplifying each individual signal, creating a collective wave of transformation that is far more powerful than anything any one of us could generate alone. Subscribe if you have not already, not for the algorithm, not out of obligation, but because this is a frequency you want to return to. This is a space where your deeper self is welcome, where the questions that matter are asked, where the silence between the words is just as important as the words themselves. The new moon is here. Your quantum jump is happening. Trust it, feel it, become it, and so it is.